Day continues to unfold. No warm-up in the MAC for Serena Williams. That came off sharpish. It's a bit breezy. That could help Radwanska here. She gets so many balls back into play that if there's a bit of a swirl as well and Serena's unable to get a rhythm early on, then she might have a real chance of something here. The odds are stacked against her. Serena so experienced on this stage. 7th quarter-final here at Wimbledon. Her 23rd major quarter-final. 26 years of age. Twice the champion against her sister Venus in 02 and 03. Seeded 6th this time round. Ignore that, really, and her ranking, especially at this stage in the tournament. 31 titles, 8 majors in all. And still on her day with Venus, very much the ones to beat. The record prolific in all of the majors. It's great to see them both playing well again, Tracy.
It is. They're definitely the two favorites that are left in the draw. I don't think we've seen their best tennis yet. I'm hoping that that's still yet to come.
Looks quite calm and composed, Serena Williams, from her match yesterday on court 2. A lot of press around that, but just get the match won was her opinion. Agnieszka Radwanska, 19 years of age. What a day for her. Seeded 14, ranked 11, but will debut in the top 10 next week. And in her second major quarter-final, got through to the Australian Open quarter-final this year for her first last 8 appearance. Beat Kuznetsova and Petrova en route to a loss against Daniela Hantuchova, and was of course the junior Wimbledon champion here 3 years ago. So has got used to SW19, and the stats fast improving for this 19-year-old.
Had another big win yesterday over Kuznetsova. She was down 4-1 in that third set. Was able to fight back. She's very tough mentally, very consistent off of both sides. Not a huge weapon, but no real errors either. It's very accurate on her shots, and this Wimbledon has really started to move forward and stand very close to the baseline. Try to hit the ball on the rise to rob her opponent of time. Winner of Eastbourne last week, beating Petrova in the final, so has plenty of matches, and particularly, which is most important, is grass court matches coming into Wimbledon.
Of course, something in common, these two. A sister that plays. There's Ursula, Agnieszka's younger sister, who, like her older sister, won the junior title here at Wimbledon. That was last year. And of course, Serena Williams beat Ursula, who was a wild card into this event, 6-4, 6-4 in the second round. So a bit of family revenge going on, or a family double, whichever way you want to look at it. But certainly set to enjoy the day. There's the family, the father with the red cap, Robert, former club pro in Germany. Granau was where she grew up, well, they all grew up while he was the head pro there, away from Poland, but now back in Poland, very much training. And Roland Herfel, a familiar figure from Germany, in the chair for this one.
Ladies have been waiting a long time to come out to play this match, because when you're second at 1, you really have to be warmed up pretty much and ready to go by 1:15 in case there's an injury on the match before you. So that last match looked like it was going to be quickly finished, and then Demencheva decided that she needed another set to win that quarterfinal match. They had to go stay in the locker room, wait a little longer, and that's where you wonder if you just get drained. You're waiting so long and you're on edge, ready to walk out there, and then you have to wait for a long time again. But you got to realize it's both players, and that's part of gaining that experience and how to deal with all of the different situations in tournaments.
Yeah. Well, we raced down here at match points in the second set, didn't we? And made a hasty retreat back to the restroom. Let's play with your mind. Such a big stage. Wonderful centre court. Looking so much better this year than 12 months ago, and some wonderful vantage points around the court. 15,000 seater.
Agnieszka Radwanska to serve.
Met once before in Berlin, this year on the clay. Serena won 3-1. Radwanska to begin. Be interesting to see the battle of Radwanska's serve, particularly second serve, against Serena's return.
If there is a liability in the Radwanska game, it is that second serve. Not quite as penetrating as she will want it to be in the future.
30.
Get through quite a lot of tape on the women's tour. The physios and Radwanska. We know about the arm problem that she had at the French, but the leg now taped. There's heat pads there as well. Patched up for this quarterfinal.
40.
Her leg was not taped in her last round against Kuznetsova. The right wrist forearm was taped. Started feeling that stressed out area at the French where she felt the balls were a bit heavy, especially because it was such a damp French Open.
Yes, us Brits got our own back in Paris. Don't ever complain about the British weather. I mean, the difference in power, Tracy, naturally is obvious for everybody to see. It's going to be a tough test, this, for Radwanska.
It is, and I think she needs to stay with Serena Williams right in the beginning and not let Serena get on that fast track where she feels a tremendous amount of momentum.
It's a good start.
First game.
She was pushed quite hard, Radwanska, in the press about her chances today, and she refused to be drawn on it, apart from the fact that she was going to try and make Serena move. Left, right, short, wide, nothing down the middle is the plan, but refused to give a heads up on whether she felt she had a chance. She's a great thinker, great tactician on court.
It's really power versus accuracy today. Serena Williams with the power on the serve and the ground strokes really imposes her game on her opponents. And really just suffocates you, particularly on this surface, because it is faster.
Yes, I remember one line that was written when Serena had won a match and was adorned in this jewellery, which is normally pretty big jewellery. It said, "Bling it on, Serena."
The earrings are always big. There's nothing delicate.
Out. 30-15.
Radwanska really relies on her depth, her accuracy, throwing in some angles, and she really has great anticipation. The best anticipation since Martina Hingis.
Super return early on.
13.
Williams has a very good second serve with nice kick on it that gets up very high, especially on the two-hander. Radwanska does a great job of jumping up into that.
To look towards her support camp.
Looking to them to see if she should challenge. Obviously got the no answer.
Game, Miss Williams. One game over.
Breathing quite heavily. Maybe still a little nervous. No matter how experienced you are, this is a Wimbledon quarter-final.
Love 15.
You're always going to have the extra butterflies. If you're extra nervous, your legs feel a little heavier. And it's actually good to be nervous. You just don't want to be overly nervous, but you've got to have some nerves to get that adrenaline going, to get you raring to go for a match.
Love 30.
I think they're going to be nervous in a different way. Radwanska may be nervous because of the situation, although she looks very poised to me. She's played on center court a couple of times, but against Serena Williams, it's quite a daunting task.
15, 30.
Serena Williams obviously would feel completely comfortable out here. She's the one with all the pressure, all the expectations, and certainly now with the top seeds, the top 4 seeds out, everybody's looking at Venus and Serena to win the title.
That was like a training drill.
A little cat and mouse out there. Exactly right. It was like a training drill. Serena Williams doing all the running. Okay, go get this one. Track this one down. Now next.
Anything missing was the shopping trolley full of balls. Such a heavy return to have to deal with straight after the serve and towards the tram lines. Break point. Too good.
Okay, Miss Williams. Miss Williams leads by 2-1. First set.
Yes, so early initiative for Serena Williams. And over the years, we've all got so used to the Williams story with Richard, his coaching methods and so on. And they've never been prolific tournament players. The most prolific tournament year for Serena was 13 in 2002. It's the year that she won 8 of those titles in that year, 3 majors, and of course then winning the Australian Open the following year, did the Serena Slam as she called it. They've always done it their own way.
They have. They really stopped playing juniors when they were about 10 years old. Didn't play any juniors tournaments at all in the States. And the first time they started playing tournaments again is when they played on the pro circuit when they were about 14 years old. So went 4 years without playing tournaments. And most people need those tournaments to get that mental toughness and learn how to deal with the big situations. So they've always broken the rules.
Try to find your seats quickly, ladies and gentlemen.
Serena's played 7 tournaments this year.
Time.
A couple of years ago, she was only able to play 4. Of course, so many years they've had injuries, but they've really done it their way. They've played when they're ready, when they feel hungry, when they haven't been injured. And I think that Serena and Venus right now both very hungry. Serena made a big effort to play a full schedule in 2007.
Quiet, please, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
2-1 first set.
It's of course right after Serena won her second Wimbledon here in 2003 that she had knee surgery, and that really hindered her for a couple of years off and on.
Out. 15-all.
Wow. Not a great drop shot, but Serena Williams read it perfectly and very quickly.
30-15.
And the dilemma for Radwanska is to try to move Serena around, but with the power she feels vulnerable. And she certainly will again after this.
Too high. But she is moving in quickly. Hits this ball on the rise, actually. That's tough to do on a drop shot.
Brilliant.
Saw her do this frequently yesterday against Kuznetsova. She takes all the pace off the ball, just goes for the placement.
Chance to break back. Traded well there off the ground, Radwanska. Mum and Dad are pleased.
2 games over.
And following Trace's request of staying with Serena early on.
Yeah, she did a great job of changing the pace here. Right here is Williams having to create her own pace. A few slices from Radwanska. Trying to keep Serena Williams out of her rhythm. Not let her get 4 or 5 shots in a row at waist level.
Of course, with both Venus and Serena playing today, not a lot of time to eat. Bad luck. You can see the plan, though, the movement that she's trying to engage.
Trying to keep Serena on the defense. Really had a full court, just hit it a little too early. Too far out in front.
30-15.
She really mixes up her shots very well. Her serving, I mean, it's not a huge serve, but you will mix it up, slice it, serve it at the body. Keeps her opponent constantly guessing as to what she's going to bring at you.
40-15.
She's certainly unsettling Williams at the moment.
Miss Radwanska leads by 3 games to 2, first set.
So a couple of games, break apiece, and Radwanska finds herself with her nose in front once more. She's had 7 top 10 wins, Tracy, Radwanska. Sharapova at the US Open last year is the sort of win, occasion, that will help her in this sort of matchup.
The Sharapova third round at the US Open last year. It was a very windy day, and everybody was already pushing Sharapova through to the finals. That bottom half of the draw was so wide open. Radwanska played a very experienced and mature match that day, because Sharapova was all out of sorts, was a little bit rattled. You could see that Radwanska really took it in and was very poised that day. Did what she needed to do, didn't try to overplay. And that's the kind of win that when you actually complete that win, there's so many times when young players push top players to they have 5-1 in a set, or they take a set, but to come up with the win, that propels you in a new stratosphere where you feel like, oh, I can play with these people. I'm right in there, particularly at Grand Slam.
Sliding roof will be in place next year. Probably would have needed it tomorrow. Parasols today, umbrellas tomorrow. That's the forecast. Williams 2-3 first set.
15 love.
Radwanska stopped in her tracks.
(116 miles per hour). Radwanska's fastest so far 105. That's not the issue though, it's placement. She's not going to out-hit Serena. So good.
15 all.
Anything short at all. Radwanska is really trying to bury in the corner. She's not wanting to just rally.
There's always one, isn't there? There's always one. At least we haven't got the 4 knots. I think Radwanska heard it, but maybe didn't see it.
Well, the problem on the deuce court is Serena has such a great serve out wide. That slice serve, it's tough to defend against both when she's serving well. Not even a twitch.
The match unfolds. She's just got to go one way or the other. Try to get a feel of which way it's going to go. Pick up anything from the action or...
Too good.
3 aces in the game.
Three games all, first set.
So often they go, oh, there's more conventional headwear, sir.
love 15.
Every time she makes an error, there's a reaction as if to say, can't afford any of those today. Tolerance level needs to be at its best. Getting a lot of support out here.
15 all.
Great job of coming in when she sees that Serena Williams is a bit in trouble, and excellent changing the direction of the ball on that first volley. Brave for someone who's just only 19.
Ooh. Slip, ouch. That could jar the knee, couldn't it?
We saw that earlier in last week with Jankovic. She did the same, jarred her knee.
And Nadal the other day.
He injured it.
Further break points.
Games winners. New balls, please. Miss Williams leads by 4 games to 3 for 6.
She dismisses this second serve that came in at 77 miles per hour. Radwanska's going to start to look how far in she is from that baseline. Radwanska's going to start to feel the pressure. Starts to get in the head of her opponent.
And Serena, when we talk about motivation to win a major, Serena going into the Australian Open last year ranked 81 in the world. People had written her off, not playing enough, not training enough, not taking tennis seriously enough. Proving people wrong saw her through to her 8th major. It's different this time round this year. At the French, she looks stressed against Srebotnik losing, because there is nothing other than I'm totally fit, raring to go.
Yeah, it's very different. When she went into the Australian in 2007, Serena even said there were doubters everywhere, even in my camp, my own camp, there were doubters, and I wanted to prove them wrong. She won that championship for her sister Yutundi, who was killed in September of 2003. She kept reading the notes during mid-match of that Australian Open of her sister's name. That's all it was, Yutundi, Yutundi. But here you're exactly right. She comes in very prepared, very fit. I actually picked her to win the French Open this year, because she came in winning 3 titles throughout 2008 and looked very ready to take it. Shocked when she lost in the 3rd round there.
New balls with the break again. 4-3 first set.
And I think because she is so prepared, so ready, she feels the expectations are high, and she has expectations of herself that are quite high. So she has to keep reminding herself to relax.
13-15.
The serve is really firing on all cylinders.
I think this was always her favorite serve. That is a lot of power.
14-15.
I've often referred to Agnieszka as sort of a little sparrow. She's so slightly built. And just rocked back with this overhead.
Serena on the full stretch. That just shot at Radwanska.
Miss Williams leads by 5-3. First set.
Total focus from Serena Williams. Total respect for her opponent.
And a much better game for Serena, where she was really in total control there. Just get the feeling that everything's starting to come together for her. She's starting to feel the rhythm.
Radwanska serving to stay in the opening set, 3-5.
Scooting in.
You have subscriber to standing well inside the baseline, then looking for the return, or maybe move in as the throw up goes up so your momentum's going forwards?
Well, I think when they stand far inside the baseline, they're really sending a message to their opponent more than anything. But I like to move into my return as I hit.
It's tough to sort of hit from that position, isn't it? If you're not going to move again forwards. She is now.
Beauty. I really like the thought process there from Serena Williams. She took some pace off on this next backhand, just created an angle, saw that Radwanska was going to hit the slice and it would be moving up, and then came in. She's been more aggressive this Wimbledon, meaning she seems to me like she's finishing more points off at the net.
Well done. Using the wrong footer quite a lot.
Yeah, with great accuracy.
14-15.
Frequently you see Radwanska will hit within 2 feet of the lines.
Miss Williams leads by 5-4. First set.
It's a good game from Radwanska. It's really making Serena put a very firm match face on. She's pushing her from side to side. The wrong footer is scoring well.
It is, and it's a great bounce back game because Serena seemed to really be getting up a good head of steam, and that's one thing that you look for in the young kids that are coming up is, you know, when they get down in a match, do they have that ability to stick with it, to stay mentally tough, to stay focused and positive?
She made the transition from being such a fantastic junior, Radwanska, at such an early age, to the senior game almost seamlessly.
That is a difficult transition to make because you're used to winning most of your matches, frequently winning most of your tournaments that you play. You know, you don't lose very often, and so often you start to play in the pros, you're winning maybe 1-2 matches a week at the beginning, and it really can shake and rock your confidence. Pros are just so greedy with the unforced errors. That's really what the players talk about, and the pros also just hit with so much more velocity.
Yeah. Came into the tournament last year, Radwanska ranked 35, up to number 11 now. Constant improvement.
Will break into the top 10 after Wimbledon for the first time. First Polish woman to do so.
Williams serving for the first set at 5-4.
Love 15.
First double. Didn't serve one against Bethany Matek in the 4th round. Well, that's a real scream. Didn't she flirt with the service line on the serve?
Did. But it hopped up extremely well. Radwanska couldn't get a hold of it. This is where it helps to be 5'10".
Two set points now.
Oracine Price, Serena's mother, as well as coach.
It's 122 miles per hour, albeit long. It's getting up there.
Game in first set to Miss Williams by 6 games to 4.
In 31 minutes, no change of expression from her father.
Miss Williams leads by 1 set to 0.
That's a pretty competitive opening set, but at times you just see this influx of power from Serena that just almost makes them look in different levels.
Yes, looking very strong, Serena Williams. She's taken the opening set there. We'll be back in just a moment, joining Centre Court, where you can watch this one here with us on BBC One and indeed on the HD channel.
Just a little bit of self-composing here from Serena, giving this match her fullest attention.
There's obviously so much depth in the draw, in the women's draw these days. Serena has talked about the fact that you've got to be alert in every match that you play. How many easy matches, love and won, like Serena, or excuse me, like Steffi and Monica used to go through for the first 2 or 3 matches.
So it's a bit of start again for Radwanska. Hold this opening service game, try to get a nose in front. Again, the 2 shots to the same side, working well. Often you see Serena left standing. Wow.
Great return of serve deep, and then this one picks it up another notch.
15-40.
The way you want to start the second set if you're Radwanska. Really needs to get this game, get foothold in this second set.
It's a good start.
30-40.
Nothing short at all. She's really going for it, trying to go on the attack. That's what she needs to do. She's not going to see many short balls in a point.
On the line.
Again, Miss Williams.
It's a shame because she almost ran into the ball there,
First
Radwanska.
game, second set.
And had set it up well.
Actually, this was just a superb shot from Serena Williams. The open stance backhand.
Keeps momentum building. Setting a break now.
Love 15.
Talked about the fastest serve in terms of speed difference. Williams at 116 miles per hour, 105 Radwanska. The ground strokes, there's a difference too.
50 all.
That's 114 out wide. I say out wide because you usually lose about 5 miles per hour when you serve it out wide because the speed gun's right up the middle of the court.
Good timing this time.
30-15.
86 miles per hour. Serena Williams, the big ground strokes. Radwanska at 77 miles per hour.
Oh! 40-50.
The power is certainly taking control.
And it starts with that serve. Too good.
Game, Miss Williams. Miss Williams leads by 2 games to love. Second set.
Her 8th ace, 21st winner. Nice relaxed arm. Little knee action. Knees come together and she propels herself in and the left foot lands first. Knees using the upper body, everything coils and then uncoils.
15 love.
Really is a must-win service game now. Radwanska.
Oh! 15 all.
Radwanska taking a little extra time here, trying to stay focused because it gets very difficult when someone is overpowering you and suffocating you. Kind of lose the plot.
Oh! 15-30.
On the line.
30 all.
It needs to be.
Actually, the serve was on the line as well, so 2 liners in a row.
Plum. Trying so hard to keep on her front foot, absorbing the power. Another break point, though.
That was kind of a strange error here. It was a really regulation backhand. Just missed it.
Game. Miss Williams.
Ouch.
Miss Williams leads by 3 games to love, second set, and by 1 set to love.
So here's Jason with a look at both these women's game plans.
Well, thanks very much, Chris. I've just been really interested to see how well Serena has forced her opponent to play more defensively than she would want. This graphic illustrates where Radwanska's hit each and every one of her shots so far in the match, and the vast majority of them have been behind the baseline, whereas Serena has been able to implement a much more aggressive game plan. The majority of her shots have been hit either on or inside the baseline. Now, we know she hits the ball a lot harder than her opponent, but Serena also has this ability to take the ball as early as she possibly can, and here's a good example. Look at her footwork here. She's well inside the baseline to take that ball on the rise, and even when she's forced onto the back foot, she's still able to take the ball on the rise very comfortably, and that ability, that talent, has allowed her to utterly dominate this match from the baseline so far.
Thanks, Jason. Yes, and dominate is a key word with Serena.
She just is not able to push her back off that baseline, and why it's so important to play close to the baseline is because the earlier you hit it, you're not allowing your opponent to track it down. You're robbing them of time.
It's quite a character, isn't he? He loves sitting outside on the benches in the public areas and talking to all and sundry and talking about his family and what his daughters have achieved. He just loves being part of it all.
Quiet, please, ladies and gentlemen. Thank
Really
you.
quite an amazing story. 2 young kids coming from Compton, California, near Los Angeles.
Oh. 15 love.
Not for the first time, Radwanska rooted to the spot. It's her best serving performance in the tournament so far, Serena, in terms of aces. It's her 9th. Seen an error like that for quite some time.
Well, it is the quarterfinal, so it looks like Serena Williams has announced herself. This is by far the best that she's played. She played well against Matic as well, but I think this is even better.
Game, Miss Williams. Miss Williams leads by 4 games to love. Second set.
We mentioned the 10 aces, but we haven't mentioned attempted 16 unreturned serves as well. So 26 points. She's been able on her serve to not even have to play a second shot.
It's mighty impressive.
Oh. This ball is behind Serena Williams, and she just hooks it with her left hand and creates the angle.
Radwanska prepared to try anything. Coming up with very little.
No. 15-all.
Quickly chastises herself for the error. She really is a perfectionist, and sometimes she can be her own worst enemy. She wants everything just perfect.
Well played.
Ursula smiling.
30-15.
Says, I know what it feels like to lose to Serena Williams. Ursula lost 6-4, 6-4 in the second round this Wimbledon.
She's probably smiling because she's got 4 more games so far.
Do you think sisters would do that?
Yes. Too good. Held her right leg there, Serena willing that in. Right in the corner.
30-all.
With some slice and some inside out. And I like the fact that Radwanska, even though she's losing, she is trying different things. Trying to come in, trying to add some slices. She has a willingness.
Oh. 30-40.
Well, it's been, sorry.
Sorry, you have to think this is a virtual match point here for Radwanska, the way that Serena Williams has been serving. Has to get this game.
Williams.
6 games in a row.
Miss Williams leads by 5 games to love. Second set and by 1 set to love.
Just racing away with it now.
Yeah, and there's no doubt about the intensity. You could actually hear Serena breathing heavy in this last point. And look at her reaction when she's up a set and 5 love. Working very hard. Good footwork here. Lots of little steps. She can see the finish line.
Just being outplayed, Agnieszka Radwanska. No wonder the frustration. She just seems powerless to prevent this barrage continuing. Well, it's prolific, isn't it? It's just had that feel about it, the sort of domination of Serena, illustrated beautifully with that stat.
It's an incredible stat. The fact that she's going for her shots, she's making very few unforced errors. She's got such a clarity of thought today, Serena Williams. Striking the ball much cleaner, I think, than the rest of the tournament so far. I think she really got up for this match. She knew that Radwanska could be a dangerous opponent, and she knew that she had to be alert right from the beginning of the match.
After 47 minutes, Serena Williams prepares to serve for the match at a set and 5 love. First set 32 minutes. Second set much quicker. .75% of first serves in, 83% of points won behind it. 3 match points. Finishes with a love game. No love lost in that performance. It was immaculate from Serena Williams. 2 times a former champion. You get a sneaky feeling with that effort. She'd love it to be number 3. Through to her 5th semi-final here in mighty impressive form.
Very impressive. She's going to be very pleased with that performance, I'm sure, particularly her serve. Just completely dominant, and when that was going so well, really relaxed her for the rest of her game as Radwanska walks off, and she has had a great Wimbledon, only 19 years old, starting to build up the experience. But Serena Williams just too good today, and as she moves through to the semis, this is exactly the match that she needed.
The customary wave. If it is a Venus-Serena final, they're sharing a flat together. Imagine the breakfast that morning.
Well, I've done it many times before.
Please make sure you take all your belongings with you. Please do not leave property unattended at any
The last time they met in a final was the final of 2003. Of course, Serena's second win in a row against her sister, when it seemed back then all the major finals were Serena against Venus.
Well, they've only each won 2 major finals since then. Serena, Australia in 2005, 2007, and Venus 2005, 2007 here. Really dominating Venus and Serena 2000 and 2003.
This is how it finished, and there was some reaction knowing how good this was.
That last service game took about 2 minutes.
The smile says it all. On her way. The great champions, they always sharpen their game towards the thick end of the tournament. That's going to put a few frighteners in the locker room, no matter who you are.
Exactly. I think they're already frightened. Their opponents are already frightened when they get here to Wimbledon, because they know that Venus and Serena have so much more experience, so many more championships than everybody else. As soon as they get to the grass, they know that their game bodes well for this surface. The big serves, the powerful ground strokes, that ability to get that first strike. And once you get ahead in a point on grass, it's really tough on defense to get yourself back in like you do on clay. Such a quick surface, matches go quick. You can get behind very quickly, and Radwanska never got her foot back in the door once that second set started to get away from her.
6-4, 6-love in 51 minutes.